Well, let me see what time it is. It's almost 10 o'clock, so we're almost 2 hours out. We left Palm Cay Marina about 8 a.m. this morning and motored for probably about the first 45 minutes or so, maybe an hour, and then the wind started to pipe up a little bit, and now we got about 8 to 12 or 13, and we got the janitor out. Sorry, that's not true. We got the Parasailer out, and I love the sail, but it's somewhat involved to get rigged, and we had a little snafu getting it out. So this guy, which gets routed through this pad-eye block at the bow, was kind of underneath the seat here. And we got the sail up, and I almost had a heart attack because there was a lot of, we were on a starboard tack, and it was pulling up on that seat. So I guess what I did is I loosened up the guy completely, and we pulled it all the way through, and then I re-ran the line all the way through. I don't know how I missed that when I ran the lines, but it's easy to do, I guess, especially when you're inexperienced with it, like I am. We're not really quite sure how to fly this thing yet, and I'm not sure we're getting the best performance out of it that we could possibly get, because we got a catamaran behind us with a spinnaker out, it looks like, and he's making about a knot faster than us, so that's disappointing. And he's about the same size cat. Now, I don't know if he's a performance cat or not, but nonetheless, he's barreling down. He's over there, and you might be able to see him, the white sail out. He's definitely kicking our ass. And we are on our way to Allen Cay, and once we get out past, there's a shoal out here. I think it's yellow something or other. I can't forget. I forget right now. I'll put it in the comments. We gotta head to port, and we'll head further downwind, and we're heading over there somewhere. Somewhere over there is Allen Cay with the iguanas. So we got I put 2 pad eyes on the bow here, and they're bolted through. And I think this is all solid up here. When I drilled it, I didn't see any sort of laminate or anything. I finally got these springs here to kind of hold the block off when the sheet is loose, because it's kind of marring the surface there. And then what else? So 2 pad eyes, and then I added these fair leads. These spin lock fair leads here along the stanchions. And if you remember, I installed these blocks, these clutches, these dual clutches. I installed them in Hilton Head. We're about 2 hours from our destination, and we're just having an amazing sail today. Downward sail. You can kind of see the Exumas out over there. Probably Allen Cay, I guess. We're aiming right for it, pretty much. Sam's out here reading a book, and just a beautiful downwind sail. It's not too hot, and not too windy, and the sea state is awesome. What more can you ask for? Alright, here we are at Allen Cay, and we just dropped anchor, and it is 1:45.
What do you do? Just press it once?
You turn it on once, and then you press it once. Once it's, yeah. Anyway, we're anchored in Allen Cay. We never anchored over here before, but there were some boats over there, and it was a little, well, There was one boat over there, and now there's two. Obviously, things get really crowded here very quickly. So, iguanas are over there, and we are going to go check them out. The big ones are big for a reason. They're all wise. They're like,
Oh, more up.
oh my god, dude, you're going for the gusto.
Oh, he's going.
Bye.
Got-
Lettuce on the way.
You got quite a bit of appetite there, buddy. All right, here we are, and I think this little key right here is Hawks Next Cay, I believe, and Long Cay is on the other side. Wind's not the perfect direction for this anchorage, but it's not too rolly, and it's supposed to die off, so we'll see. Ugh. So that was a very restless night. It was not a great anchorage. Last year we stayed about a week here, and then we also stopped over for another couple days, and it was actually quite pleasant. But this time around we didn't pay attention to the wind direction, and this is not where you want to stay on a northwest wind for certain. I actually thought the wind was more north and that we were actually going to get protection from some of these keys up here that you can kind of see out in the distance, but the wind kind of shifted around from the west, and so we got to get out of here. It's not particularly pleasant. That sandbar over there is totally cool. Right now we're at high tide, but at low tide you can totally go out there and walk on it, and it's really fun. The last time we were here, there was a bunch of boats that came out here and they beached themselves up, and you can just walk along and finally got out of Hawks Next Cay. Too much wind and wave action last night. It did not get very much sleep, and we are sailing down to Normans. We'll hopefully be able to find some refuge behind Boot Cay, and we got dinner tonight at 3 p.m. At McDuffs, I think it's what it's called, or McDuffs, can't remember. Sailing at 9 a.m. in the morning. Well, it's almost 10 now, but anyway, it's always good to sail. The weather isn't superb. There's a cold front that came through. It's only 70 here. I know all you that are up in the northern hemisphere, well, I guess I'm technically in the northern hemisphere, but further north are probably would die for 70 right now. It's a little rainy. off to see one of our favorite beaches in Shroud Cay, and it's Sunday Fun Day.
Sunday fun day!
Sunday Fun Day.
New Year's Eve!
I don't know, what are these keys called right here that we're behind?
Elbow!
We're behind Elbow Cay. The wind's supposed to be clocking around from the northwest and west today, so we're trying to get some refuge, but we'll see how it goes. Happy New Year from Shroud Cay, one of my favorite beaches here. Washing day. We have a lot of laundry to do. This is our laundry room / bathroom. We actually decided, instead of hanging the clothes from the lifelines, that getting a clothesline actually makes a little bit more sense. It actually gives us a little more area. We keep these slime clean so we don't have to wipe down the lifelines. Some people are actually picking it up and storing it off. Terrible stuff, man. Terrible. We headed over to Maverick Wells from Elbow Cay, and we called yesterday and got her name on the list. Apparently this morning at Channel 9, on Channel 9, there's they actually go and give ball reservations and indicate whether or not you want to come in or not, and also tell you whether or not you got a ball. And so we got an affirmative that we have a ball, and so we're trying to get over there by 12, because they close from 12 to 1 and then they open up back up at 1 to 4. Anyway, once we get outside the park, we hail them online, and then they let us know whether or not, or where they're actually going to put us. So last year, when we moored the first night, we had the pendant a little bit further out, and we're awoken in the middle of the night when the wind and the current kind of oppose each other. The boats kind of swing around, and the mooring ball was getting pulled down underneath one of the hulls and was popping up in the middle, and then it was getting pulled down underneath the water under another hull and popping up on the other side. And obviously you can imagine the sound it makes at 3 o'clock in the morning, and obviously you can also imagine with all the metal and everything what it does to your hull, which isn't particularly great. So anyway, somebody taught us to bring the pendant as far up as you possibly can, which is what we did. So now it's not really able to kind of do that, even if we were in a slack tide or whatever. I don't think the ball would kind of reach to the other side of the hull. And we have a little bit of room, we can probably tighten it. And then I use old fire hose. You can go online and get old fire hose, and I put that over the lines, because that thimble kind of rotates back and forth, and if it has some edges, or some barnacles or just whatever, it can actually kind of eat into your lines and chafe through them. You have two lines, one from each bow, and that kind of keeps it from in the center, as opposed to just using one line, which also doesn't have the redundancy of, like, if one actually chafes through, you don't have another one.